Okay, so we're 2 weeks down now. It's time to switch it up. We're going to be changing around the work-rest periods, so get ready and see what happens.
And let us know how you handled it in the community. We are doing supersets for the next 2 weeks. That means back-to-back exercises before you rest. This is tough, but you can do it. This will only make you stronger.
We're going to show you now how to do a split lunge pulse. So Ashi wants you to come back and do a reverse lunge. Now come up for half a rep before coming up completely, then swapping over the other side. So back, half rep, up, drive. 80% of that weight on that front heel. A little rep in between and get up there, swap it over. It's that simple. First up, side to side jump squats.
Stand with your feet hip-width apart and sit back into your squat. As you come up from the squat, push the ground away and jump. Land softly with your core engaged. Repeat.
If this is a bit intense, follow Ashley.
Up next, split lunge pulse. Keep your back straight and with a slight forward lean, step back into a lunge. Drive your back knee into the ground, pause at the bottom, rise up and down slightly before returning to the top. Switch legs and repeat.
Up next, bear crawls. Get into a crawl position with your knees bent to 90 degrees. Hover off the ground. Keep your spine neutral as you crawl forward using opposite hand and feet. Keep your pace slow and controlled with minimal movement through the torso and hips. Increase the difficulty by raising your hips and go all out.
Get ready to get into plank position.
Up next, plank shoulder tap. Start in a high plank position. Keep your hips stable and your core braced. Lift one hand off the ground and touch the opposite shoulder. Return your hand to the floor and repeat. Keep your body tight and your back straight. Tap those shoulders, baby.
Up next, squat jacks. Jump your feet out and drop your hips back into a squat. At the bottom of the squat, touch the floor between your feet with one hand. Stand up straight as you jump your feet together. For a lower impact option, take out the jump and step it out.
Down to the ground next. Up next, plank toe touch. Start in a high plank position. Pick one hand up off the floor and push your hips up and back. Reach back and touch the opposite toe. Return to high plank and repeat for the opposite side. We're almost to your rest.
Up next, squat. Start with your feet hip width apart. Sit your hips back like you're sitting into a chair. Keep your chest up high. Keep your weight in your heels and knees in line with your toes. Engage your glutes and return to standing. Every rep counts. Up next, mountain climbers. Start in a high plank position. Keep your core braced and your spine neutral as you drive your knees towards your chest. For a higher intensity option, go at it full speed. For a modification, you can drive one knee up at a time at your own pace.
Up next, glute bridge. Lie on your back on the ground, knees up, feet planted and hip width apart. Tuck your tailbone under and drive your hips up to the ceiling. As you do so, ensure your knees stay in line with your hips. Squeeze your glutes at the top and hold. You are now the glute bridge. Up next, flutter kicks. With your hands at your sides, sit up with a straight back and lean slightly back. Lift your legs up off the ground and keep them straight. Point your toes and perform controlled kicks from high to low. Keep your abs on tight. To increase difficulty, keep your kicks low and slow. Up next, burpee. Stand tall and then squat down. Jump your feet out behind you to a high plank position. Bring your feet back up to your hands, stand up and then jump and land lightly. For a low impact option, step it out instead of jumping. Let's swap to sitting down now.
Up next, boat hold. Start seated on the floor with knees bent and feet flat on the ground. Keep your core engaged and lean your torso back. Lift your legs and arms straight out in front of you, balancing on your glutes, and hold. For extra support, you can hold onto your legs. Up next, hostages. Keep your chest upright and keep your feet hip width apart. Place your hands behind your head, sink into a 90-degree squat. Keep your weight in your heels. Hold this position. From here, sink back through your hips and pulse.
Up next, lateral sprints. Start with your feet hip width apart. Sprint side to side at a high speed using your arms and drawing your knees up. Sprint for 4 steps each way. For a lower impact option, march instead of sprint and use your arms. Up next, back and forward lunges. Start with your feet together and chest up high. Step 1 foot in front and drop forward with control into a lunge position. Be sure to keep your knees at approximately a 90-degree angle. Shift your weight to your rear foot and then lift up the front foot, moving it behind you into a reverse lunge. Up next, plank rotation. Start in a high plank and pick one hand up off the ground and stretch it above your body, rotating into a side plank position. Return to high plank position and repeat for the other side. Just 5 more seconds. Up next, ice skaters. Stand up tall and lean forward slightly. Jump lunge to one side and land on one foot. Keep your weight on the supporting leg and bring the other foot behind it without allowing your toes to touch the ground. Repeat on the other side. For a lower impact option, step out instead of jumping. We're lying on your back next. Up next, heel taps. Lay on your back with your feet flat on the ground. Curl your shoulder blades up slightly and keep arms straight. Reach forward to tap one outside heel, now tap the other. Keep an ab switched on the whole time. You got this.
How was that? Can you keep it up? I think you can. Finish as strong as you started.
Up next, side to side jump squats. Alright Ash, I'm going to bop down a little squat and do you know what? I'm going to jump side to side. Lateral again. You love a lateral movement, Ash.
Yes, it's like almost having a just normal squat, but you step out, squat back, step out, and squat back. Up next, split lunge pulse. Make sure your form is correct. Keep your front knee tracking over your toes. If the pulse is too challenging, just hold the reverse lunge for 1 beat and then come back together. Repeat.
Up next, bear crawls. Ash, I'm going to be doing a couple of paces forward and back and just keeping my back nice and straight, knees nice and low, trying to get that speed up. Speed for me,
Yeah,
Ash.
I'm taking it a little bit more on a slower range of motion and speed, but core is still engaged and I'm feeling it everywhere.
Up next, plank shoulder tap. I want you to lock your elbows out with every rep. Tap that shoulder, stay strong, and keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Halfway done.
Up next, squat jacks. I think these are one of my favorite exercises beside a burpee because it's a squat and it has a jack, so it reminds me of my favorite plank jacks.
Do you know where you're going? Down to the ground. Get down there. Up next, plank toe touch. Slow down and keep control so you don't lose your balance. Ten seconds to go.
Up next, squat. Reduce the range of motion if it's too hard on your knees. Remember, keep pushing those knees out as you sit back into your squat. Don't let those knees come together. Come on, remember why you started. Remember why you deserve this. Keep going. Up next, mountain climbers. My absolute not favorite, but I think they're amazing full body exercise that I still do them full out. Look at me. You
are flying, Ash.
Push through. Almost done.
Up next, glute bridge. To increase the difficulty of this move, shift your arms under your body and clasp your hands together. You're halfway through. Up next, flutter kicks. Keep your legs high to reduce the difficulty. If you're feeling any pain in your lower back, make sure it is pressed tight to the floor. Make sure to breathe evenly and deeply here. Up next, burpee. Now remember, you can always change the difficulty of burpees by adding modifications. Step it out when it's easy, or add a push-up to make it harder. What will you do?
10 seconds to go. Up next, boat hold. Okay, sit down. If you lose control on this one, pause. Take a breath and get back into it.
You're halfway through.
Up next, hostages.
Oh, Ash, I know why these are called hostages, because my quads are hostage to me right now. They're already on fire.
Yeah,
Ouch.
but try this pulsing. Try the pulsing.
Oh,
Burning.
I'm staying stationary and it's already killing me. You're burning over there, girl. Up next, lateral sprints.
$15 seconds to go. I see you working so hard. Do not give up. Great work. I knew you could do it. You are already getting fitter and stronger. Great workout. Now let's get this body cooled down. We're gonna start with a deep squat. We're gonna do 4 breaths. Go into your deep squat, pushing in your elbows into your knees. Exhale as you come up. Deep squat. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Now we're gonna move out laterally. You're gonna push back into your heels. Nice, good stretch. We're gonna hold it here. 2 more breaths in. Out. 1 more. Out. Good. Nice, good groin stretch. Push out. On the other side, you can rest your hands on your knees. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. We can get deeper into that squat as you exhale. Deep breath in. exhale, good. Stand tall, shoot one hand straight over to the sky, up to the sky, and over. Nice, good reach. Your hands, palms facing outwards. Your feet can be shoulder width apart if you want, or they can be close together. Good. Let's switch. Good reach. This is the time to focus on that breath, slow that heart rate down. Good. Now we're gonna go to plank walkouts. Not the same tempo as when we do it in a workout, but go ahead, hands down, walk out to a plank, nice and slow. If you need to bend your knees, you can as well. Good. One more. Nice. Now we're gonna go into the world's greatest stretch. We're gonna go into a deep lunge. Hand is down on the ground, the same one that the knee is down on. Go ahead and bring both palms down. Lift that knee up to the sky. Hold this stretch, and we're gonna give a nice rotation. Good, you should feel it in your hip flexors, your hamstrings, and then a nice twist that happens. One more twist. Open up your chest and also giving that back a nice, good stretch as well. Let's go ahead and switch. Hand down with the same knee. Go ahead and bring the other hand in. Lift that knee up. Good stretch. All your energy is pushing forward. Get that stretch into your hip flexor. Now let's give a twist. Gaze is over and through those fingertips. Back down. One more time. Go ahead and twist. Slowing down that breathing. Good. That was your cool down. You did an amazing job today. See you next time.